This is what it comes down to. This is where it comes down to. Honestly, the other thing I have a problem with is, you guessed it, everything. The fact that Julian Carrozza has texted me through my phone, then called me a restricted number just a month ago in April, before April 12th, so it was like either Wednesday or Thursday before the 12th of April of 2024, and then told me for 5-10 minutes on the voice geyser that, I lied, or how come certain questions he had to throw in my face and forcefully be like a judge and a jury, saying that, only his questions mattered, and everything else I said to him with the honest answers was bullshit, and how and reason why he kept saying it's bullshit and it wasn't. And even his mother knows he's been a demon since day one. She even told me everything. I've seen it all, but he does. He purposely yells at his mom and says, I'm the angel, you listen to me now, this and that. Stealth, you're a demon, da-da-da. You know what God had to do to fix all that? Up in Medford, he had to fix it. You know why he had to fix it? He had to show me what Julian's plan was at the end, which I already knew. I had a feeling things were coming in clearly to me since Boston on. Embarrassing trip. I get embarrassed because he had embarrassed me, who didn't do nothing wrong, who didn't fuck anything up. It's just Julian being a demon. You know what's funny? He growls, and he's very, very self-centered, and he does everything just to help him out get a win, to get something back in return. Doesn't do it for kindness of his heart like I do. He's not selfish. He's not selfless. He's selfish, and purposely will manipulate any person in the street or anything using his little gifts. That's what a demon does. Know how many people like him around? A lot. Especially out west. They all believe he's Lucifer, and they know it. Step two, they pick on good people like me, and they wait till August, when I was actually awakened. Step 3, then they go on and explain only their lives and say, me, only me. I have all the attention. I have to have a proof. I have proof. I'm in Lynn, Mass, dealing with a lot of shit. I was in Salem, dealing with a lot of shit. I was in Boston, trying to deal with a lot of shit. The best I can. Twice, Gloria Richards come over and get my people killed. Star from 2007, kidnapped. I found out later she's still alive somewhere. Hopefully. Linda Petty, kidnapped and stuck in Boston somewhere. Can't find her. Heather Tulaski, same thing. Can't find her. So I moved on to another person. And hopefully this won't happen, but I bet you it'll happen anyway. Because that's what Julian does. Goes after everybody that I get along with. And then picks on them. Acts like they're at fault when it's really him. And why is he getting away with all this? Because I'll tell you why. Shadow government covers each other's asses. And it's all done by Hollywood itself, to the rich people in New York, and all your mobs and gangs, most of them. And then you have in countries, and then you have trying to take over the rest. And yes, he's that bad. And he gets away with it. Why? Because he works for the system. Like the system says in the Bible, look up your Revelations, the system is nothing but evil. And how is it evil? Because they abuse their power, always have been, and always will, until you can prove your innocence. And how you prove your innocence? After they punish you. They'll throw you in the hospital, force you on meds, or they'll throw you on meds all your life so you have no memory, so you can get away with shit, and then after that you can get back memory, then they'll do it again. And then force you back on meds, hoping that a judge will let that happen. And a lot of times they do. Sometimes they'll listen to the evidence and not. Depends on how good the judge is. And then people get away with it because they favor the doctors and nurses taking away with it all this time when they said they won't do that ever again. But why do you think everyone back then got fucked up in Danvers? Because that's what doctors did back then too. And stuff, they cut your brain out. They can't do it no more. So know what they do? Give you meds that'll fuck your brain out. Same thing. Instead of cutting you open, they'll give you meds to fuck your brain up without even caring. Without caring. Money's that important to the system. That's all it is. And your laws and regulations don't even fucking matter. Because rich get away with anything. They can order hit kills to anything else, and that's okay. But it's not okay to retaliate back against the government when they're in the wrong. You're supposed to sit there and take all the abuse and prove your facts afterwards, after they're done getting money off you for no fucking reason, with apologies. I want a full-time lawsuit. I want at least a couple $1 million for this bullshit I went through. Because it's unfair justice every single time. Good people always get killed for it or get abused for it. And the ones that do the right thing, that are in the system, get away with it because people back them up and they actually listen. And especially a different color. No racist jokes added. Seriously, it's because you're a different color. Did you guys know I'm partially black too? No one knew that. They go by what you look like. My record tells you all. Half Italian, half Cherokee. Gee whiz. Yeah. And what else? I got major gifts. I can prove it too. Get me mad enough. I'll show you. I done it here in the hospital. Ask around. They seen it. I'm disgusted. Very much so. Very much so. I think the system needs to be checking themselves. And they also heard people out west got their daughters killed, sons killed. Same old shit as Boston goes through at times. And yeah, they have to live on and pretend nothing happened because it goes unsolved mysteries when cops don't want to do their job. I honestly wanted to join a system and be part of it because I believe in the right thing and helping others no matter what, from old to new. I would love to take on those kind of jobs. I'm good at that since I was young. Ask any cop who stole a mask, they'll tell you. Ask anybody in Peabody, they'll tell you. Ask anybody in Lynn, they'll tell you. I can't keep secrets. That's what I do. I love this shit. You know why? Because it's honest and it's not covered up. I'm that good. And don't ask how I do it. I was gifted like that. Because God needs more honest people, obviously. It's the reason why I come on this earth is when I'm needed that bad. Just like my other chosen ones. We all come from military brat families too. And some of them actually could join because they didn't have the same problems I had. My dad didn't want me to join, so he made sure this happened to me instead. Just because I'm poor doesn't mean I don't know jack shit. And I proved that several thousand times. But no one checks on me. You know why? Because the system gets a win every fucking time until years later. Ain't that fucked up? I'm tired of this shit, man. And I'm tired of everyone that has to go through the same thing. That's why you all hate the system. DCF and DDS don't help you. But Elliot and DMH do. But it's hard to get to when you're in DDS and in DCF. And especially when you ask who you want to be and you want to pick DMH and you can't because they choose this for you. It's wrong. But you know what? Do your surveys, ask around, bet you, and look on the streets. Teens get raped by kids now, especially in South Station. And not just that, in Lane and Salem are very well connected, and so is now Peabody, very well connected to your rapists out there. And they all act like it doesn't happen. But you hear it every day in the summer and winter. Send FBIs in these places, I guarantee you. Top secretly. Send all the freaking military and the FBIs and have the cops go with. And let's see, flying and everything, you would see all the shit we deal with. How do you explain that? And it's happening out west too, and all these kids are disappearing. Underground, islands, you guys catch it, then you guys say, well, we don't know who did what, it was too many. Or we have these people who are not important, but the ones that are important, get away with it all. Why is that? Let me ask you this. Spiritually, God doesn't let that happen. Very rare does that happen. So, wake the hell up and realize what's really going on. But instead, money is power, and that's what you guys play with all this time. Sorry the system lied to you. I feel bad for anybody that went through this shit. And it's not just 1%. There's a lot more than just 1%. Some of it, I would say 20, 30%. Trust me on that. I can guarantee it. Especially there's a lot more people on the streets now. Especially in Boston, New York, and they're just waiting for shit like this. But remember this, Julian Carrozza is a part of it, and I have proof on that if you guys did your investigations right. And actually go back where you actually went to investigate it real without the shadow government in the way. and arrest the motherfuckers that have involvement in shadow government in any system that does this shit, because it's very sickening. And thank you for listening. About fucking time to do something about it, huh?